Okay, guys, this is gonna be part two of the breakdown, and I believe we left off talking about this synth. Oh, sorry, my bad. Yeah, so basically, it's just preset again from Sandswell. Just tweaked it. Put on pitch modulation, just to give it some life. Basically, and then next we have a sub bass, which is just a simple sine wave, 8 voices, retrigger on, and just a little bit of distortion. Very little, just to get the bass sounding a bit more fat, and to get the harmonics, the top, the higher harmonics into the bass. Yeah, because then that sounds very. It's still quite subby, which is good, but there's also, because you really can't hear, like, you won't be able to hear the top notes very much, but they do help. They do help bring out the bass just a little bit, and also the bass is also fattened up just a bit because because it's distorted. And what's next? I believe this is just another saw. Yep, Nexus preset, and pan to the right. Again, low cut. Always low cut everything that's not kick or bass. Everything. Always. That's like, it's the only rule, like, of thumb that you really need to follow. It's the only thing I must insist that you do. And this is the rocker sound from Dub Vision. Yeah, you can find it on Vandalism. It's they're real nice presets. Again, low cut. I really do insist that you low cut everything that is not kick or bass, and depending on what kind of effect that you're going for, depends on, like, where you're gonna low cut. So if I want to keep the warmth, like in the breakdown, maybe low cut, like maybe around 60-70 hertz. And if it's like, like a synth, or like when it's playing, whenever bass is playing, whenever the drop is playing, I'd low cut it maybe like at around 100 hertz. So yeah. It just works in a sense, because it also helps to create just a little bit of headroom, and as well as I'm gonna tell you this right now, and this is really important. Don't think that, oh, this is like, whenever you hear really good sound, whenever you hear really good synth, automatically assume that that synth isn't just one, like, plugin, isn't just one sound. It's not being generated by like just one VST. It's probably like a ton of layers, and both of them sound good, or all of them sound good whenever they're played together, to give that fat effect, to make it sound nice and beefy. So one of the reasons why I really do insist that you guys low cut is because it helps your bass to pop out. Because if you have, let's say, for example, if I have all these things playing, without any low cut, there's going to be those low frequencies that, if you like play individually, like one sound individually, going to be like, oh, that's not going to affect the bass. And they start piling up on top of each other, and it takes up the frequency, and the bass basically has nowhere to work. It has nowhere to pop out. So it's basically just like being eaten by being eaten by all the sounds having that kind of frequency. So yeah, please low cut, definitely low cut. We also have, well, again, claps, which I explained. Yeah, which I explained earlier. And we have this riser, just to add some more tension. Low cut again. Not that much processing on, you know, some small stuffs. Yeah. So there's that, and let's go into the build-up. So the build-up is just basically all these all the layers that I talked about, excluding the bass, just playing those notes, and then you have the drop synth coming in at the bottom. This is really fucking weird. This is really weird. There's something here that's actually, let me take away. Yeah. So I'm gonna mute all the effects from the master channel. Yeah, we just basically have, you know, those synths filtered down just a little bit. Yeah, the synths filtered down a little bit, then the drop synth which just comes in, you know, it's quite practically the same thing as the one that I mentioned to you about the intro, in the intro. Yep, so then there's that. You can also see here that the volume goes up just a little bit. Pitch modulation, filter, and that's it. Then we have this guy, which I believe is a fill from Vengeance. And then just went into Ableton and just modulated the pitch so that it rises. Because this is really like messed up. It's really unfortunate that you cannot pitch something the way that you can do in Ableton as well as in FL, because I don't know, man, it's just a hustle, because every time you keep on pitching something, then the tempo changes, which is it's disgusting. It's disgusting that I have to go into a whole other door just to do that one simple thing, which is it's not good. It's not good at all. So FL image line, please fix that. Yeah. Then and then I have all these layers, which most of them silence. I just link all of the silence into one pitch bend automation, which saves some RAM and saves some just, you know, saves space and saves time as well. Then all the Nexus into a Nexus pitch envelope, Nexus pitch automation, and again, yeah, for the same reason, just saves me time instead of going into every automation and doing this over and over again, you know, like 6 times or whatever, how many times. It just helps. Then we come into the drop. Which is the kick from before, and this kick is from a pack by the guys called FL Studio RMK. They have this sample pack called the Main Room Kicks, and it's really good. It's really good. They have big kicks. They also have, like, the short. They also have the short kicks. They're like the short progressive kind of stuff. Yeah, and as you can see here, they're all tuned and named accordingly. So yeah, there's that. And then for the drop, we have the main synth. It's played together with white noise, and white noise is just 3x oscillator. Just put an EQ on it, boost the highs, put a reverb, and sidechain. Okay, so we get into the drop synth, which is what you guys must have been waiting for. You must have been like, ah, yes. So, drop synth is a preset. Again, from Zen's sound bank. Just basically that. That's just the main one, and it's just basically just a detuned saw. That's all it is. Detuned saw with some pitch, modulation envelope, just to get that punch in there. Part B, kind of same thing, Yeah. And the other one is just to give it, again, some more punchiness, just to give it some more attack, basically. Yeah. And I put them both together in one channel, both one master channel. Put a filter, put a reverb, put an EQ. I don't know why there's no low cut on that. Probably because I did low cut it here. Yep. Yeah. So basically just the compressor on this one, just to make it more attacky, just to make it more punchy. Put on a low cut, put on a camel crusher, because you guys must be wondering why does Trevor have 2 low cuts? Because the camel crusher adds the low frequencies back on, which isn't good. And yeah, so I put another low cut on it, and the other one, wait, what? Are they all in one channel? Yeah, they're all in one channel. So I don't know why the... No, they're not. No, they're not. No, they're not. There must be something else playing that I don't know. Aha. Yeah, and then this out as well, which is... There's something a bit interesting. It's not really doing much, but yeah, kind of helps. And then put both of them, put them all in one mixer channel, and yeah. So I believe time's almost up, guys. I'm sorry about this whole 15-minute break. I wish I could upload one entirely, because it also takes time on my part. So I will be back with part 3. Yeah, just click in the link in the description or somewhere on the screen. All right, see you guys.